Okay, welcome. So today we're going to be discussing anchor text, internal linking, and the things that you do with your linking structure on your website to make it work good for not only Google's crawl bots, but also for your clients that are on your website and follow you and follow through the pages that need to make sense to them. So right now, before I start the program, I want to show you this. So think of linking as silos. And so I have 3 silos in front of you here. And we're pretending like these are Google Business Profile category pages. And if you're following my training, you're going to learn that some of the most important pages on your website are going to be your Google Business Profile web pages that mirror your Google Business Profile category and services. And if you've gone through my training, you know exactly what we're talking about. But here, if I give you a simple explanation, like if you look at category 1, it has corn. So the truck pulls up to the corn silo, fills up the back end of that truck with corn, goes to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer creates things like cornbread, corn taco shells, corn chips, those types of things. Those would be the services underneath your category. Then we have another category, wheat. So the truck shows up, fills up with wheat, goes to the manufacturer, and they create bread and wheat cookies and pasta, as you can see right there. All that's made with wheat. And of course, barley is another category, and it would create like barley soup, beer, and pretzels. And this is an easy demonstration to understand that you would not link to pasta inside the corn category over here on the left. You would not be linking to that, to wheat. You would not be linking to barley because they are not related items. You want to keep your links in a silo. You want every link to have if you're going to improve on what they just read and they're going to go to another page, it's got to expand on what they're already reading. You can't take them away from that thought. Okay, so let me remove this and let's get started. Let me put this in slideshow presentation. Now, at the end of this, I'll give you the slides in the first comment, like I do on all my videos. And I'll also, there might be some other links in there as we go through this training here. And then I'll show you a live example on my website, like I always do on every one of my videos. Okay, so anchor text that ranks. This is a slogan we have at my company, Top Click Joe. We perform street-level SEO. I created the name. I created the system with my team, how we do SEO. And it's a great way to do SEO. If you're following us for any length of time, you're going to understand that if you're starting to build out your own pages, that they're starting to rank. You can see that this really makes sense. It's just a lot of work. So you have full control over your website's internal and outbound linking structure. With the street-level SEO system, you shape the story of your client's experience and the path search engines follow. And when executed strategically, that control becomes a powerful competitive advantage. There couldn't be more true than that. You do control your website. You control what people see. You control where people go. If you're creating thin pages or you're sending them on a link to something that's not related, then you're breaking that linking structure and you're doing a bad job and Google doesn't like it and people don't like it, so you're never going to rank. All right, let's move on. All right, why anchor text matters. All right, so anchor text, like I was just saying, is something that you can control. Now, there's different ways to do anchor text, and we're going to get into this in this training so you understand you can't just say the same thing on every text. Local SEO in Fort Collins, local SEO in Fort Collins, local SEO in Fort Collins. You're going to want to break that up. But when you're doing it, you always have a sentence like, we help small businesses with local SEO in Fort Collins so they can win the map pack. Now, the link is a blue, okay? But there's content before and after it so Google understands what this is about, all right? Let's move on to the next slide. You also want to do another type of link. If you're going to write click here, you're not going to just say click here. You got to have something either in front of it or after it. For more information on our local SEO services, that's the keyword we're going after on this, click here. Google knows it's about local SEO. You're just changing up your linking structure. So you're doing the 70, 10, 10, 10. And we'll get into that slide in a minute so you understand it. There it is. It's the next slide, actually. So the 4 types of anchor text. 70% of your anchor text is a partial match to the exact keyword. A piece of your keyword wrapped in natural phrasing. Understand, if you could think about it, think to in your own brain as a human and you write it out, that's what Google's looking for and that's what people are looking for. Exact match is 10%. Local SEO could be an exact match keyword. Local SEO Fort Collins could also be an exact match keywords. Local SEO near me, that might be an exact match keyword I'm going after. So exact match is only 10% of the time. You go over that 10% and it creates a problem for you with Google, especially. Okay, 10% is branded. Top Click Joe is my branded name. Top Click Joe INC period actually is my brand name. That's my NAP, my name, address, phone number for the NAP. And then generic. Generic was click here, stuff like that. Let's move on to the next slide. Here we go. Partial match, I'm just showing you more in ratio here. So partial match and contextual is going to be 70% of all your links. 10% is exact, 10% is branded, 10% is generic. I just wanted you to see it a different way. If you read the bottom here, why exact match is capped at 10%. If more than half of your inbound links use the exact target keyword, Google's over-optimization filler kicks in and your rankings drop. So this is so easy for you to fix. Just pay attention to what you're doing when you're making these links. Why over-optimization tanks rankings? Basically, this is what manipulation looks like. Fort Collins local SEO, Fort Collins local SEO, on and on, same thing. Natural pattern from a human would look like this. It would be improve rank mappings, local search visibility, local SEO services, and then our team in Fort Collins, learn more, Top Click Joe. Now remember, the natural pattern has words before it and after it, not just this, okay? You're letting Google know what this is all about without that being the link, and then you're putting the link in there and it's going to be highlighted in blue. All right. This is something that you don't want. I just talked about this in the previous slide. You don't want to just write, click here, learn more, this page. Do you know how many times we do audits, we see this probably easily 50% of the time, easily. And people think that's what, they don't really, a lot of people when I talk to potential clients and they come on with us and we're doing an audit, they didn't even know this is called a link, right? They just thought they got to click this to get somewhere. And so they didn't even think about it as an internal link. But when we explain what they did here, you in fact made a link without any content before or after it. So what passes are local SEO services. You would say something before or after. Like you might say, click here to learn about our local SEO services. Something like that, okay? Learn more. I got our guide to GBP category pages. Loveland service area landing page instead of this page. Okay, let's move on. All right, the surrounding text rule in practice. Here we go. We're going to see all of them. I got partial, generic, and I got partial plus geographic signal. So partial match would be our team built a complete guide to managing local search profiles for Colorado small businesses. That's a partial match, okay? So another one is need help with map rankings. Learn more here about our local SEO services. Local SEO is a keyword, folks, okay? But look at all the stuff we're putting before and after it. And then partial plus geographic would be read our case study on driving foot traffic for Greeley retailers, okay? So there you go. Foot traffic being local. Here's something else that's spammy. Link up to the correct GBP category page. Oh my gosh. This is easy to talk about because nobody does SEO the way we teach it. I can't say nobody. There's some that do it, but not to the depth that we're taking to make sure we beat even those people that are teaching something similar. So spammy would be go to our SEO services page for more SEO services. Do you see what's wrong with that? We have SEO services twice in one sentence. You can't do that. That's spammy. Local campaigns are just one part of a broader search engine optimization strategy. So something like that where you're not repeating yourself. Okay, Link across to your Google Business Profile headquarter landing page. Spammy. We are a Fort Collins SEO agency. So you stuffed location plus keyword in the anchor common pattern Google flags. So they'll flag that, all right? So you want to just think about if you're writing something natural, you're just using your human brain, you're not using AI, and there's a million ways you can write a link, right? However you feel like writing that one sentence, just change it around. So if you look at the one that's optimal, our team manages all reporting directly from our headquarters in Fort Collins. That is a little much different than the spammy one. All right, link down to GBP service page area. All right, spammy, Loveland local SEO, Greeley local SEO, Windsor local SEO. Okay, so the optimum way to do it would be, while based in Fort Collins, we frequently help businesses improve their map rankings in Loveland. I'm talking about one place now. I'm talking about Loveland. I'm in Fort Collins. Loveland's 20 minutes from us. Okay, here's another one. Inbound links from external assets. YouTube description. Visit our website, topclickjoe.com. Optimal. Need help getting into the Google Local Map Pack, into the Google Local Pack? Read our complete guide to managing local search profiles. Link in description. Do you know what this is? Any of you? I'll give you a second. This could be a citation. This could be a backlink. You're on somebody else's website. You write a blog post, and that is the actual link. That the optimal one right there is the actual link. It could be any of those. It could be your bio in your Google Business Profile, or on BB, or the Chamber of Commerce, or anything like that. You can get these links from them. You don't want to just say, visit our website, Top Click Joe. You want to write something out that will pull people in and will also not look spammy to Google. I know this is tough sometimes, and it took me years to really figure out internal linking and external linking, because it's so vast on what people teach out there that you don't know what's right. But the way we teach here at our company, Top Click Joe, when we do Street-Level SEO, we have an actual system. We're not just making up pages. We have a plan for every page. We've already planned out where it's going to link and what that page is going to do to expand further if somebody wants to read about it. Okay, if they want to know more, there's always a link to go. But Google reads all that and says, yep, they're the authority. Because remember, EEAT, expertise, experience, trustworthiness, authority. The EEAT thing from Google is extremely important that you understand that. All right, mapping anchors to your site hierarchy. All right, here we go. Tier 1, GBP headquarters homepage. Okay, anchors should reinforce the brand and the headquarters city. Avoid stuff city plus service phrases. So you want to be really careful with that. And the second one, and so 10% inbound anchors. So the tier 2, GBP category pages, these are the money pages, all right? And they are. And why nobody builds these and why we're like in the 1% is crazy to me, because everybody wants to rank in the map, but nobody's building their website to mirror their Google Business Profile. And they wonder why they're not ranking in there. And we work with people, and if your competitors aren't doing this and we do this for your website, you'll start beating your competitors because you've done everything correctly, and Google understands you are what's in your Google Business Profile. Very important. And then, so very phrasing, never let one exact phrase exceed 10% of inbound anchors. We went over that with a 70, 10, 10, 10. Okay, another one, service area pages, one service area page per sentence. No footer dump list. Okay, let me explain this. You know how you'll look at websites and they'll say in the footer there's 100 services somebody does. That's an exaggeration. 20 services. They're all in the footer. You don't necessarily want to do that, okay? No footer dump of lists. Just your pages should make up the content for you and how you're linking. In your footer, you can have your top 3 to 5 services, right? Just don't dump every service in there, because it's not going to work for you and it's not going to be good. All right, the 10 anchor audit. Okay. This is good. You're going to get these slides too. This will really help you. Number one, pick a priority page. Start with a page you most want to rank. So what do you want to rank? Local SEO? What is it you want to rank? List every internal link to it. So you need to know what your links are. We use Screaming Frog. We also have Ahrefs, and we use our Search Console. We do all of these. But Screaming Frog is really good at finding those links. I'm also finding out using Perplexity with computer can also do that for you, because it's something new we're doing at Top Click Joe. As we're playing around with that a little bit. It's pretty expensive, but it seems to work better than anything I've seen in the last 4 years. And I'll get to you on that. And then you have tag each anchor by type: partial match, exact match, branded, generic. We went over that in the 70-10-10-10 ratio. Tally the ratio. If exact match is over 20% of your inbound anchors, you have a problem. Now, I believe that if it's over 10%, you have a problem. But the consensus is 20%. I'm in a lot of groups with high-end SEO gurus around the world, and that's a norm, the 20%. I believe you do not want to go over 10%, so stick with 10%. I should have put that in this slide, but I didn't. I went with you can do SEO a million different ways. Rewrite 2 to 3 anchors per week. So if you're rewriting anchors, you don't want to do them all at the same time, because Google knows that's a big problem. It's just like adding pages to your website. You don't want to add 100 pages to a website that might have got 1 page a year added to it. Now, all of a sudden, you're doing our type of SEO and adding all these pages. That's not what you want to do. You want to do 2, 3 to 5 a week. I have some training on this inside the Skool group. All right, 1-page anchor reference. So here you go. This is going to help you do, instead of funny, aim for 70-10-10-10 across inbound anchors. Don't use exact match more than 10 to 20% of links. I'm going to stick with 10% for my company. Weave the keyword into the sentence naturally, right? Repeat the same anchor across multiple links. We just went through that in this training. Rely on surrounding text to carry the context. Absolutely. Before or after, right? Do something that completes the thought. Okay. And then your link could be click here. You can absolutely use a click here as unbranded, as long as you have what it is the click here is all about. Okay. Those buttons that say click here don't work, as well as telling the people or telling Google what it is. All right, so this is important on don't. Default external links to homepage. My gosh, man, most people use a homepage where they send all their links, not us. We diversify our links so that way with our money pages. We use our money pages, to me, are my category pages for my website, for my advertising agency. Those are the important ones. I'm going to link to those. Those are going to link. Now, I'm not saying I don't also send backlinks to my homepage. I do, but I don't send everything there, because there's pages I want to rank, and your homepage should be about everything you do anyway. And then you have these other pages that are narrow about a certain thing that you do. Okay. And then to end this, 3 things to take with you. Anchor text is a top tier ranking signal. It's the closest thing to understanding Google and knowing exactly what to do so you can rank that's out there. As long as your linking structure is correct and it's expanding on the thought when it links, you're going to do fine, right? Don't link outside of the category. If you're a roofing company, you might have roof repair, residential roofing, commercial roofing, those types of things. You would not be linking to gutters unless you're going to put that into one category, which I would never do, right? I would make another category for gutters, one for siding, so on and so forth, right? Break them up. I have 4 categories. Don't link outside of that category's services, all right? And though variety beats repetition, the 70-10-10 rule is going to work for you. I should have put this down to 20%. I can't believe I have it down to 10%. But there's a lot of high-end people out there that I talk with, and because no one knows everything. That's why I'm in several groups and I spend thousands of dollars a month so I can bring you the very best, okay? I just believe for my company, I made a hard rule: don't go over 10%. All right. And then the sentence carries the context. All right. So make the sentence carry the context for you. All right. So there's that. And one more page. Now, if you want to go deeper inside the Street-Level SEO Pros community, I have a Skool group. It's right there, streetlevelseopros.com/sales. It's $27 a month. And what we do in that class is we expand on this. We let you use our bots. We give you prompts. We show you how to do everything I'm teaching. And we go very in depth, and we also give you the tools to make the pages. And we teach you the right way to use our tools so you get the right kind of pages. There's a starting point and an ending point. And if you do that out of sequence, you're going to lose. Now, let me get rid of this. Let me just show you a quick example. Now, I was telling you, we're talking about category pages here, and this is one of my categories. Internet marketing services is one of my categories. I wonder if I can get to it right here. Hold on. I don't think so, because I'm in a different kind of a browser. But anyway, internet marketing services is one of my categories. I have 4 categories. I have internet marketing service, advertising agency, I have marketing agency, and I have website designer, and they all have services under them related to those categories. And as you scroll around on my page here, my category page, there's going to be a link to my Google business profile because that's where this links. It links up to my Google business profile, my category page, okay? And usually we have these at the bottom. We'll have like where our office is. If I click on this, it's going to open in a new window, and there it is, my Google business profile category page, okay? All right, now I want to thank you all for being here. I want to invite you to watch the next video. Join our channel. We're putting out great content for you. Watch my playlist where I give you all 12 steps. And it's actually more than 12 steps when you get through with it. And know where you got to start, because if you go into my playlist, I have one playlist right now. And if you watch all those videos, you're going to learn the proper way to do SEO. You're going to know more than 99% of the people out there right now trying to do it themselves, or even you're going to know more than 90% of the people that I meet with that own agencies that do SEO that I know. I'm in groups. Most people will not do it this way because it's too much work. All right. But there's your clue. You do the work, and then you're gonna before your competitors even know what happened, you're outranking them. All right. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.